Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United Direction. I am your host, man of the match, the Soul Man Joe. Joining me today is going to be Bems from the Houston Red Army. Shout out to Bems.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
We understand it is Mother's Day in the UK, so shout out to all the mothers out there, to all our brethren. Shout out to all the supporters that for a lot of the kids, for a lot of the people that we watch on the pitch. None of that stuff would be possible if it wasn't for the mothers that were taking them to practice and taking them to the game. So let's go ahead and clap up the mothers. I would say UK right now. I don't know if it's a European thing. So shout out to at least all the mothers in the UK. All right. So well on you. We're going to kick it off. Just talk about the game we had yesterday against what do you forgot? Everton. All right. Yeah, an odd one. Definitely score 2-0. And of course, it's another one of those games where it doesn't necessarily seem like the scoreline reflected on how the game was played. I personally don't think we had a above average game. I think that entire game was below average. The two penalty kicks, the two concessions of the penalty kicks, seem to be, to me, moment of brilliance. It's just another one of those, one of our players, because they are skillful enough, they were able to just, you know, um, take advantage of the substandard defense in Everton. Bems, what do you think of yesterday's game?
And the game, I mean, it was again not being able to control the ball well, which is a pretty much a constant theme with us this season. Um, I think defensively, I think we defended well, um, but then I mean, scoring by two goals, yeah, just two penalties. You would expect that United should have scored more when you're up 2-0 with two penalties. I mean, only thing I will say is that everything played into our hands by trying to play that high line. So, and 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 you can tell that we were taking advantage of that all day. But we should have scored more goals. We like I said, we still didn't hold the ball well. We still didn't
We did
keep
not.
keep good keep good control of the ball. And then, like I said, constant theme the whole season. If we played against a better team, we wouldn't have won that game. But yeah, I guess we move on. It says 3 points. We take the 3 points and move on.
Yeah, yeah, 3 points, much needed 3 points, especially in a weekend like this where, City and Liverpool tied. Not that we're competing with them, but it's nice to see neither of them get like a real result, and we did. Tottenham won their game against Aston Villa, so yeah, Tottenham pushes a little bit further away from us, but pulls
Yeah.
Aston Villa back a little bit. Um, considering our next few games, who we have coming up, let's see here. Uh, Come on.
And the next game is what? Is it
Next
Brentford
game
or
was supposed. It's going to be Liverpool. Actually, it was supposed to be
in the
Sheffield
Liverpool?
United. It's supposed to be Sheffield United on Saturday but it's going to be an FA Cup game against Liverpool. Yeah. To be honest, man, my confidence in that game is very, because the last few games that I've seen us play, the last few games I've seen us win, I see us defensively just it's almost as if we're giving other teams a chance to let us win, because if you are playing against killers, they're going to take the chances that we gave
Yeah.
Everton on Saturday.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the fact that Everton, and I watched Liverpool today, I mean, that was impressive. Of course, yes, it was Anfield, but that was the very impressive showing by the team considering all the um on the injuries they had. Allison didn't even start the game. And
Yeah.
to be honest, if that same team with their youth played us, I'm not sure if our team would be able to overcome that because he's got that. They're a very well drilled team, and you can
Mm-hmm.
tell it's
Yep.
from the ground up. So
Yep. Yep.
we'll see. We will see the FA Cup game. It is at Old Trafford. Um, Maybe that might be an element that can get us to to rise to the occasion. We'll see. Um, we'll also see if we have a few more of our injured players come back. I don't foresee anybody of note coming back for that game. Oh, Jesus,
I,
this
I I
injury list
think
is crazy.
I think Rasmus might be back, but I don't know how that's gonna. I think he might be back.
Rasmus, yeah, mid March he was
I
looking
think
at.
I think that's the only one that I
But
think will
that's
possibly be
definitely
back.
not that's definitely not the game he starts though. I would imagine him coming off the bench for that game because you don't want to risk
Yeah.
the chance of him. It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
game to come off of an injury, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So you
Yep.
just gotta take a little bit better care of him. Lissandro
Yep.
Martinez is supposed to be back mid March as well. Is that the kind of game we want to bring him in as well? Like especially with his injury woes. Speaking
Oh,
of, you
Martinez is
mentioned
supposed to be back. He's supposed to be back mid March.
mid March, yeah.
That quick? You sure?
That's what football is saying. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing from
Oh man,
football.
interesting.
Sprained
Yeah.
knee injury.
I,
Speaking of defense, like you were saying, shout out to Johnny Evans, man. Holy crap, Johnny Evans. Yeah, it was Everton, but he's still, as far as like age and ability, I feel like
yeah.
out of all about he's been our most solid. It's weird and it's weird and it's kind of sad at the same time at the state of affairs. But what a hell of a steward of the club, steward for
Yep.
that badge, man. You can tell he wears like it, just seeing Johnny Evans and what's his name? Okay,
Varane.
right. No, from he plays at Everton now. He's Ashley Young.
Ashley Young. Oh, okay. Okay.
Those guys still doing it there. It's wild that they're still like, still playing these games. These guys were playing together 10, 12 years ago. It's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep. Yep. That's true. That's true. And Ashley Young is Ashley Young's about to be 39.
yeah,
Still playing.
yeah, still looks good. Takes really good care of himself.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
the same
Yep.
age. He's the same. I think he's 2 months older, or maybe Wayne is 2 months older than Ashley Young. They're the
No.
same
No. No.
age.
No. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I know because um Ashley Young is the same. Me, Ashley Young, and Wayne were the same age. I'm old. I'm older than Wayne by a month, and Ashley Young is older than. Actually, I know. Ashley Young is July.
Oh
Actually,
wow,
July. Yeah, July.
wow.
I'm October, and Wayne is what? November, I think. Yep. That's those two. I can't forget their age because I know that pretty well. Mhm. But
Solid 3 points. We move on. We are now sitting at where are we at on the table. We are currently sitting, I believe, still at sixth with
until
40,
six, yeah.
40 still six with 47 points. Tottenham, shit. That's gonna be a struggle. We were 6 points behind them. I'm sure they can slip up. How many games we got left? About what, 16 games left
They
in the Prem?
yeah 16? No, less than that, man. 10 games left.
Jesus
10,
Christ.
11 games left. Yeah, yeah, 10 games. Because we
We'll
just
catch
played
up.
game week
We
28, right? Yeah, 10 games
yeah,
left.
we just got, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's getting to that
Top
stage
four is
where we
gone. Top four
say
is
what?
gone. It's gone. Top four is gone. I looked at the remaining fixtures. Top four is gone.
Yeah. Okay,
Top four
so
is gone.
top four may be gone, but Champions League may not be gone. All right, depending on how far the English teams go in the Champions League, that'll dictate that. I believe that's supposed to
So that
dictate
means we're hoping on
top
basically
five might.
that fifth edition. But to
Yeah.
make fifth, I I don't see us getting 50 then.
Really? You don't think we can take it
Because
up in 6 points?
nah, I don't think so, man. Because you see, if you look at the remaining games, right, we still have to play. Still got to play City, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We still got to play City. We still got to play Liverpool. That's two losses.
You can't. No,
We
you can't say that. You can't say that. We tied with
well,
Liverpool last time, so you can't say a loss.
well, with the way we're playing right now, I would call it a loss. And the way Liverpool played, the way
With the way
City's
we were
playing.
playing with the
No,
way we were
sorry.
playing before.
We already good. Sorry. We lost to City already, so that one's gone. My bad. So
Yeah.
um, Liverpool's a loss, potentially more than likely a loss. We got Arsenal left. I think Arsenal beat us. Um,
No,
we
no, we don't have Arsenal.
Yeah, we have Arsenal. We still got to play Arsenal at the end of the season, the second to last game,
No, second to last
game
game
week
is against
37.
Newcastle.
Nope. You sure?
What day?
Wait, let me check it, man. Because last I
No,
checked, I
I'm
just checked
looking
it.
at it right. I'm looking at it right now. We have
Let me see.
Sheffield was postponed. We got Liverpool for the FA Cup. We then have Brentford, Chelsea,
We have
Liverpool.
Arsenal on May 11th. Brighton is
May.
the last game.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Brighton's the last game.
Arsenal, motherfuckers,
So
they're cooking right
we have
now.
yeah. Liverpool
They're
FA
cooking.
Cup, Brentford, Chelsea, and Liverpool on April 7th. Bournemouth. So the wins that I will see that we should be getting. Brentford, we should beat. Chelsea, you just never know. I'm not confident that we will win that one. But Bournemouth, we should we should win that one. Newcastle, I don't think. I think Newcastle will give us a game. I think, and it's at home. We could beat Newcastle, but that one's 50-50. Burnley, we should beat Burnley. Crystal Palace, I don't think we'll beat Crystal Palace. Arsenal, I don't think we'll beat them. Brighton, I don't, man, bro. I
Okay,
can only count
okay. So,
a couple wins, maybe 3 wins
uh,
left.
three
That's what I can
wins.
count. Well, that's like I can count 3 wins. I'm comfortable, not comfortable that I'm confident in about in 3 wins. But it's probably be more. But I don't just seeing. I mean, you
Three
can't tell with this
three
team.
wins out of 10 games. 3 wins out of 10 games. That's what you're saying.
I Right now I can count 3 wins out of 10 games for sure. Well, yeah, and that will be Brentford, Burnley, and Bournemouth. Those are the only 3 games, 3 wins that I
I
that I'm sure of. The rest I'm not.
I
The
say I
rest I
say
will
we
say
I say at the very least we split those. I say we get at least
yeah.
five wins. 5 wins with those. I'm
Okay. Well, then
confident
that
of
means we have to. That means
with
Newcastle
with
has to be.
with Martinez coming back. Hey, we might have something. You know.
Well,
Speaking of,
yeah.
I'm still holding out for Mason Mount to show up. You know, it's to do something. You know,
Mason Mount.
keeping hope alive for him. But moving forward, early in the week, I mean, it would seem like the last week and a half, all over the sudden, the media is concentrated on the future of Eric Ten Hag. It's almost as if like everybody became his agent. Now, I'm hearing a lot of speculation for some of our old legends, Scozy, Gary. Um, with all of that talk, it's weird. Like all of that narrative just started pushing out around the same time. All they did this interview, and
Yeah.
it's crazy how it's almost as if like because there's so much buddies. I don't know if all they even like do they even recognize that they're doing the same thing that happened to Ole, where just like at some point in the season, the media just turned and then people just the media was just like openly being disrespectful to the guy, just straight up saying,
Yeah.
hey, the team's trying to sign this guy, the team's trying to sign this guy. Where clearly Ineos have not made any mention of anything like that.
Hmm.
We can only take take this stuff at their word because they're supposedly, in the same orbit of what's going on, right? And I'm a little taken aback by the organization, the team as an organization. First of all, because it doesn't look like they have done anything to shield Ten Hag for that narrative, you know, like the team. Nothing that I've seen. It doesn't seem like the team has come out with a statement and stating that, hey, um, all these accusations or all these, all this news coming out about us looking at these guys, and it's not. It's almost it almost feels like another one of those just throwing stuff out there and see what sticks. We're hearing things like the Zerby, Potter, Southgate. I mean, it'll be one thing if we're even like being falsely linked with like serious managers. These are like the the who's who of mediocre English football.
Well,
That's who we're being linked with. That's
they
who
said, yep.
that's who these guys are saying that our manager deserves to get sacked for. Like, and I don't understand it. I don't understand where they're coming from, and I don't understand some of our fan base that eat up the stuff. But what do you think about these three names? Southgate, De Zerbi, and Potter.
Yeah, 1 second. I mean, obviously, you know where I stand. Um, like they say, be careful what you wish for. All these fans and they're asking for Ten Hag to be sacked. If he's sacked, these are the options that you have available. So, I guess it's what the fans want. They want or I won't say majority of the fans, it's some of the fans, because I think majority of the fans are still on Ten Hag's side. But I mean, when there is that motion, always questioning Ten Hag's tactics, or they don't know what style of football we play, especially these old players, these former players keep questioning the manager every time. I mean, the more they say that, the more it gets. I mean, the fans pick on it and everything, and they start to push this agenda. But I mean, when you have, yeah, that's what you have available to you, man. You have what is in Southgate, Potter, Zerbi, them guys. I mean, Potter will be the worst. Any one of those would not be the answer for United. I mean, Potter's clearly showed that he's not able to handle a big club. Went to Chelsea, couldn't handle it, and you want
And
him to come to an even bigger club
even
because
bigger.
United is bigger than Chelsea. You won't be able to do it. Southgate, you can see what he's doing for England. Not been able to win nothing for England with all the talent he has. Then you now want Southgate to come to United and do what? I mean,
Oh, so
yeah,
you already
it's
know, like they're already gassing Southgate up for the Euros. Like
oh,
I'm hearing folks. I mean, I think
he ain't
I
gonna do
think
nothing.
I think Britain's, unfortunately, um, Britons feel like the what's on paper is good enough, right? And to be honest, what is on paper is good enough to win that tournament. But if you think you're just gonna have a custodian, um, will you towards that lifting the trophy at the end of that tournament? Southgate is not the guy. Mind you, the only reason, to be honest, the only reason why England went to the finals because their path was actually kind of easy, and the major players are still not clicking yet. Spain is not back. Italy is not back. The only real competition they currently have is France. And France is still a very formidable team to play against. So we'll see. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Um,
I'll
I'm
say
not too sold.
England will be shocked, man. England ain't going nowhere. England will probably make it to semifinals, maybe max, but England won't win it. Under Southgate, you ain't win. They ain't gonna win it.
They're not gonna
They
win.
winning
Yeah.
nothing under Southgate at all.
And what about Deserby?
I mean, Deserby. Well, I won't take Deserby either because the only thing is that Deserby he did better last season than this season.
Mm-hmm.
He did better last season than this season. You can see, you can see. I mean, for some reason, because they're losing games left, right, center this season, man. That's one thing.
Yep.
So I mean, it always. I mean, I know people were talking about the Zerbi earlier on before. I'm like, okay, well, I, I, I'm I'm not completely sold. I'm not completely sold
No.
on him. I'm not completely sold just because this season hasn't really turned out to be what I expected to be. Yeah, he's a good coach, but I mean, he's not able to get the results right now. So I don't. I'm not sold on him. Like I said, I think right now because of the way the the the, the way it is out there in the game, getting a good manager, you don't really have that many good managers that are available, top managers that are available. So that's why I say just stick with Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Just we have no choice but just stick with him. He's not done. Yeah, he's not perfect. He's made mistakes, but man, I mean the good thing is at least we've won a trophy under him, and he proved in Ajax that he could play a system, a good style of football. He did it at Ajax. I don't see why he can't do it at United if you give him the resources to do that. So, yep.
Yeah. Same here. And of course, as one Potter, absolutely, yeah, does not need to be in the conversation at all. Uh, Harking back at the like, we've had issues with obviously other fans who feel like Eric Ten Hag is not the guy and he needs to move on. And the names that they're calling out, I don't even like imagine any of them being able to do any better. That's the key thing about um this squad and this organization. We have this idea. It's like I feel like half the fan base don't even not even willing to acknowledge where we are as a team right now. Even the idea of us like saying that we are rebuilding. There's so many of us that really want instant gratification right now. We're ready to be in the semifinals of the Champions League, but you have to understand that this is something that takes time, because it's taken a while to break us down. There was a structure there, and it's this is a multi-year degradation of our structure. And to think you're just gonna be able to just throw some money into it, just get this magic, like a Bill Belichick just come out of nowhere, just fucking, do their thing. It's not where we are. And I am I have gotten over the that lust that I have for instant gratification. That lust that I have for like, let's just get let's just get a trophy now, despite what we look like in the front office. Despite like, I don't want a trophy, and we're still overpaying for players. I don't want a trophy. I'm not talking about the league here, right? And we still don't have a style of football. We still have player power. We still have guys stealing wages at the club. I don't want none of that,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. Unfortunately, obviously there's going to be plenty of people that feel like Manchester United needs to be at a certain place and they need to stay at that certain place, and we just have a difference in opinion on how to get us there. You know, so unfortunately, to me, second the manager. Unfortunately, this is going to be a multi-year situation, and it's crazy. We were looking at people that were saying it was going to take a 5 year. This is a 5 year process. This is going to be a multi-year process. We were laughing at people that were saying that years ago. But here we are. Like, hey, I'll be the first one to admit I've turned around. I've turned around to that, and I'm like, you have to look at what's in front of you, and we are finding out that the rot is a lot more uh, um, pronounced in this club, in our structure than most teams. So, what
Oh
do you
yeah,
think?
oh yeah. It took what we've been we've been shipped for 10 years, 11 years. That's basically over 10 years of bad decisions. You can't expect that to just change overnight because Indians have come in. It's gonna take, I would say, it's gonna take if not half of the time, or if not that whole 10. It will take United before United can get back to where we were before under Fergie. It could equally take as long to get United where we need to be. But I mean, obviously, if you start now, the fastest way, the only way you can speed up the process is a complete a complete reset of the club, from top to bottom, um, and then the playing staff. You have to. A lot of these players will have to go. Like when I mean, Rashford will have to go. Bruno will have to go. A lot of these players will have to go. You got to flush out all that trash, flush out all that stuff that's always been there, and you start and you start new. You start. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. So, and not only that, and getting used to the understanding that that look, we are now a club that's ambitious, that wants to win trophies, that wants to win everything that we go for. That that takes a little bit of getting used to, because for the past how long, 10 years, we've not been used to being ambitious. So it'll take time. So it's I mean, I'm yet to see. I mean, I've seen some of the moves with the CEO coming in, and then they're talking about possibly Dan Ashwood. That's all talk right now. I just want to see action. Action will let me know. This summer will let me know what we're in for. So we'll wait and see.
Sure, for sure, man. So moving forward, next game against Liverpool. Assuming we get now, let's just go with what we have now. All right, let's say, Jesus, if you can compare today's team to the team that Liverpool put up, right? Do you see us beating that team? The team that
Mm.
Liverpool put up, they had a few kids. Jesus, they had some Endo. They had Gomez playing left back. I
Yep,
would love to see
Gomez,
Gomez versus Ganacho.
but Gomez is not young anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at next week.
Yeah,
I don't know who
yeah. I think
started.
I think
Robertson came in the 61st minute, so I would imagine he starts
yeah,
that game.
yeah. I mean, I would imagine he starts. I think that I would expect I would expect Klopp to go to put out a similar team that he put out against what was it? Was it against Chelsea? The last uh the last game they won.
What's
No,
the
so
game
when
with
they won
Chelsea?
no, when they won the winning the
Oh,
Carabao
the
Cup, right?
Carabao Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, win the Carabao Cup with youngsters. I expect Klopp to put out a similar team.
Nah, nah.
I
You don't think
I, I,
he's gonna?
nah,
Nah, I don't
I
think
think
so.
he'll put out a similar team.
I
Or
think
he
if he
might,
puts in a
he
team
will.
that young, we win this game. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There's no. I get it. There's style of play, right? Hey, come on now. Come on now. We can't.
Joe,
No, I refuse.
Joe,
I
Joe,
refuse.
this is Joe.
I
I won't be
refuse.
surprised. I won't be surprised if we lose that
I wouldn't
game
be
if we put
surprised
out
either,
similar
but
team.
I still refuse.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised, but I still refuse. I'm not willing to take it there yet. And I'm saying if he puts in a team that young, uh, it would be very embarrassing if we don't come out with a win, not a tie, a win. So yeah, you got Kanate. Oh, they still have Kanate. That team wasn't that young, to be honest. They still started the game. Yeah, they had Elliott, but they still started the game with Gapco, Diaz, Van Dyke, Konate, uh, Robertson. I mean, the only young kids I would say were maybe like Endo, Elliott, and that Bradley kid on the right back. But I know they did really try to make it seem like, oh, Liverpool discovered playing youth football. Like, I got some of my Liverpool buddies. They tooting their horns today, talking about they were able to tie a game with City, and I'm like, and it was like, yes, Klopp is a genius. Look at us, we're playing with youth, and I'm like, bro, you're talking to United, like this is what we do. What are you talking about? It's like one of those iPhone guys talking about, oh, we can sideload apps now. It's like whatever, you know. So well, you're an iPhone user. Every once in a while, you guys get some kind of new feature, right? And
Yep.
you guys go around saying, "Oh, this is the reason why I spent another $5 to $6 or $1,000 on a new phone." Meanwhile, Android users have had it for like a decade now. So that's basically what Liverpool fans are looking at right now. So I don't know how long it's going to take for their goalkeeper to come back. I would imagine Allison will show up for that game. It's just one of those kind of things. Either they're going to give him some cocaine or they're going to give him some, it's kind of.
I don't think Allison, if he's not fit, right? If he's still not, if he wasn't fit to play, if he couldn't play today. Oh wait,
Mhm.
hold on. So that game is still. You mean? Oh, so are we talking about next weekend or the game on April 7th?
I'm talking. I'm talking next weekend,
Okay, yeah,
the
next week, the next
17th.
weekend, Alice.
The 17th.
I doubt Allison will play that one. It will probably still be the same one that played today. I doubt Allison will play that one. If Allison is gonna play anyone, if Allison is gonna come back, I think he'll come back for the game on April 7th. That's if he's ready to come back.
Really? What
And
happened to
yeah,
him? I didn't know. Like, what was the
I don't
extent of
know.
the injury?
I think he's in. I don't know what the extent to it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know to what extent. But he's been out for what is it? Looks like a few games now, I guess. But if he's gonna come back, it's gonna be because I mean we don't know. I would expect him. It would be for the one on April 7th. But then again, which means we're playing Liverpool twice in the next few weeks. I could guarantee you right now, there's no way we win both games. No way we win both games. But the thing about it is that we need to win both games if he wants us to win the FA, to have a chance on going far in the FA Cup, and also trying to push for fifth position. You need to win both games.
Do you think
We
beating
need to.
Liverpool? Do you think beating Liverpool and winning the FA Cup saves Ten Hag's job? But finishing outside the top four, because you've already said that top four is, you know, but like let's just say top top four is synonymous with Champions League football, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the whole idea of finishing top four, it's not just for the accolades of saying that we finished top four. You're saying Champions League football. If Do you think it's possible for Ten Hag to maintain his keep his job if he doesn't get Champions League football, but he wins the FA Cup?
That's tough, man. I think it is possible for him to. If you ask me, I would leave him. I would keep him in the job. But I don't know what Ineos are trying to do because it's a new ownership that is coming and they're trying to. Because I remember Sir Jim said in his interview, he said he mentioned, he said Champions League football next season is very, very important. It's very, very, very important. He made that clear. He made it absolutely clear that Champions League football next season is very important. So if he doesn't get, if we don't get Champions League, I don't know. It's gonna be hard, man. That'll be hard. But again, you sack. Let's say, okay, we don't get Champions League. They let Ten Hag go. They get a new manager, but that new manager still doesn't have Champions League football.
And he's in
So
a rebuild.
yeah,
And
yeah,
now
and
he's
he's
in
in
a
the rebuild.
rebuild.
Exactly. So
He's got three sets of players from three different managers he has to deal with now.
yeah, he has to deal with. So I mean, I just know Ineos won't be happy if we don't get Champions League football next season. But then yet again, at least if Ten Hag, if you say, okay, let's keep Ten Hag for one more year, at least he already knows he knows all the players very well.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the players he will want to let go and what he would like to buy. It won't be like starting from scratch, having to at least get to know the players that he has. Like a new manager now would come in and say, you know what, I want to give these players a chance. I want to give y'all a chance to show me what you got, and then the cycle starts again, right? And then now you'll be like, no, I got to see what these players, and that just delaying the process. And you don't want to
It'll
delay.
kick the can down the road.
Yeah, it just keeps kicking the can down the road, and then you don't really get that rebuild. So
And I feel like we have certain players at that squad that know how to finesse a manager change now. They know how to all over the sudden start giving us a couple of solid sixes and sevens out of
yep.
tens, get them a decent re-up or an extension, and
Mm-hmm.
right back. It's like rinse and repeat. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Because if any of those serious individuals, I would hope they're not coming into the football club with brand new eyes. I would hope that they have investigated the past. You always when you're trying to improve a situation, when you're trying to improve a workflow or a culture, it is very important for you to do your research and figure out what and why weren't things working, right? And I would hope if their assessment is any if the individuals that you're paying to assess this team, if they are worth any pound or euro, they will clearly see that there's certain individuals, right? I'm not going to just say players, but individuals in the organization. That includes players, coaching, tea lady, chef, medical staff.
Yeah,
Medical staff
everyone,
alone.
medical
Let me
staff, and yeah,
Yo,
them guys need to go.
side note, it came out in the interview prior to the game that people were asking about the Regulon transfer going back. Ten Hag basically said,
Yeah, that
"Bro,
was his press conference. Yeah, he said in the press
the
conference
medical
before.
staff told me they were good."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I let this dude go because I trusted my medical staff,
Yep.
who said that these players were going to come back." So now we need to know, like the highlight is now on medical staff. Like it's unfortunately we're not at a place where he would say something like that, and then the lead medical staff would go on his or her Twitter and be like, "That's a lie. We've been treating these guys to the best of our
Yeah.
abilities." You know what I mean? So like even that's a mystery, right? That's a mystery. Like, is this truly something that has been a failing on the medical staff? And of course, that is going to be something that needs to be worked because medically, like this team, like our injury list, and just over the years of having these certain types of issues where players are being played injured, players are being brought back early, players are staying injured. So you like there's too many at this point for us to just either the upper management are making these the medical guys force these guys on the pitch, or the medical staff are will need to be replaced because of incompetence. These are players. That This is supposed to be a family oriented football club. These are our players, and we're like, if what we're doing is just dragging them along injured, then changes need to be made there as well. But we'll see. We'll see. So
Yeah.
and go ahead.
No, 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 no. I was going to just say, I totally agree with you, man. The medical staff needs to go. They need to be replaced. It's clear. I mean, we've had these injury issues for a long time now. It's been two.
Yeah.
There's been multiple managers. So I think it's about time that they just go.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So
If a manager, yeah, my ear, okay, yeah. I said it. If a manager comes to you and you say, "Oh no, your other two left back will absolutely be healthy, no problem," and then now we're looking at not having two left backs for the rest of the season,
the rest
that's
of the
bad.
season, man. 10
That's
games.
bad. That's bad.
10
Like
games.
a manager will not make a decision. A manager cannot let go. He has three left backs. He has two injured and one healthy. A manager would not let go of the one that's healthy if he knew the other ones were not going to come back for the rest of the season. There's no way he makes that stupid
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was weird too, because like it's almost as if they made the decision before they realized that either of them will come back. I would understand if both of them were back and they were
Yeah.
ready and they
Mm-hmm.
were practicing and everything. But that wasn't even the case. We both
Exactly.
Malasia wasn't even coming in off the bench.
Yeah.
We had thrown on the APB on the kids. Like, where is Malasia?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I it's probably going to be one of those things where 3-4 years from now, Ten Hag is going to be on the overlap or on Rio show. And he's going to be like, people are going to ask him specific, what the hell happened with Regulon? And he's unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
I don't think what happened there was I think what happened there was another situation of managers being not being backed and not being really supported by this club, because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
we should have kept Regulon even as a backup, just for him to, because it's not like he's going out there the Tottenham. I don't even know where he is right now, right? I don't think he's playing that many games anyway, so we should have kept him. We should have kept him. I didn't rate him that much, right? I didn't rate him that much more than the youngster that we shipped out, but it is what it is. But we'll come to the end of the show. We've discussed our abysmal performance, though we got a very good result. Any standout players from that game that you want to shout out for too?
I mean, shout out to. I mean, I'll say Ganacho had a good game. He was impactful.
X
Um,
Factor.
yeah, Ganacho was the X factor in that game. It was the reason why we won that game. Anyone else? I'm trying to think. Kodana played well.
No, no.
Nana didn't have a bad game at all. He's been pretty good the past couple of weeks. So I give a shout out to him. Who else?
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans was good, and Johnny Evans had a good game. Johnny Evans was good. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I think about it, man. I think that's about it. I can't really think of anyone else. Um,
Kobe
yeah.
was decent.
Yeah,
Casemiro,
Kobe.
problem.
Yeah.
Lost the ball a lot.
Casemiro was terrible. Casemiro was terrible. Casemiro was
Bruno,
terrible.
Bruno the same way.
Yep.
But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, there were it was one of those games where like we certainly had a banana skin potential in that game. There was just certain things we were seeing the same things: losing possession, not able to hold on to the ball. it was actually a double-edged sword with Everton the way they were pressing us because their press was the reason why we kept on coughing up the ball, you know. But of course,
Yeah.
United were always, you know, always very dangerous on the counter, you
Oh
know.
yeah. Yeah.
The given Rashford the penalty, I like again.
Yeah.
Here we go,
Mm-hmm.
improvising feels. We're going off of feels. You know, I
Yep.
feel like I need to give this guy, you know, I feel like I need to stand up. Like Bruno, you need to stand up. Like you need goals too. You know what I mean?
That's why. That's why. That's why. That's that. Yeah. That's why this club is still far away. That's why these players ain't ready, man. For Bruno to
Like
make such a decision,
how is it
that's
that
terrible.
how man? How is it that the manager to this day has not established with our captains? This is who kicks off penalty kicks. That is it. That's it. That's it. If it needs to be Rashford, it needs to be Rashford. If it needs to be Bruno,
Yeah.
it needs to. If it needs to be Rashford, it needs to be Rashford and stay Rashford. If it needs to be Bruno, it needs to be Bruno and stays Bruno. Because, man, penalty. I've seen that penalty kicks don't do a goddamn thing with Rashford's game. They'll do nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You
No. It
know,
does. It does. It doesn't. It doesn't do nothing for his game. I agree.
because the
I
rest of the
totally
game he
agree.
didn't really do much.
Yep.
Both Bruno, like the rest of the game, he really didn't do much. He didn't change anything. So
Yep.
yeah, you're just okay. You just want to pad his stats or whatever, you know. But it was a good penalty kick, though. I will say that,
Yeah.
right?
Well taken
Rashford's
penalty
penalty
kick.
kick, well taken, well taken.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been, it was potentially one of those banana skin moments because if that shot had, if he had missed or it was blocked, they were already on us. We were already getting impressed by them, and we have this infatuation with giving teams an opportunity to get back into the game. And I just don't understand it. We hate putting teams to the sword. But hey, that said, solid win. Defensively, we did enough to get the clean sheet.
Yep.
Um, I'd like to shout out Onana, of course, to since a lot of people have been posting stuff about the amount of shots that like, oh, we're conceding a lot of shots.
Yeah. They keep saying
We're
that. Yeah.
conceding a lot of shots, but like, okay, are we gonna put this into context? Yeah, how many of those shots are going in though? Like, you just can't blurt out a stat like that. So just to break things down, right? If we're gonna compare Onana with some of our top five adversaries, right? Allison has only faced 74 shots to Onana's 142. That's pretty much double, right? Allison has made 55 saves, while Onana has made 103 saves. You know how many clean sheets Allison has? 7. You know how many
Yep.
clean sheets Onana has? 8. So,
Wow.
fellas, context.
Wow,
Context.
that's true. Yeah, I
This,
mean Edison doesn't face that many shots, man.
he doesn't face that many
Look at it.
shots.
He doesn't face that many shots compared to Lana. The
So,
more chances, the more shots you face, the more chances that you're gonna have to you have to make a save, and you're not gonna save everything. The stats will go down. Can't save every single thing.
you
You're gonna
can't save everything. Mind you,
yeah.
those shots don't even account as to whether they were on target. You know what I mean? So,
Uh-huh.
the slander against Onana again, like I don't get it. Like again, I didn't want the guy there. I didn't want us to get rid of De Gea, but he wears the badge now, and I think he seems to like he's turning a corner. I'm not gonna say he's made a left face. It's a round corner, right? We don't
Uh-huh.
know how much of an angle, but he's doing what he needs to do. and I'll support him as long as he doesn't have those stinkers from the Champions League. I'm good with that, you know. But in closing, do you have any questions for us as we close?
I mean, nah, no questions really. Just just waiting to see what happens next weekend. And I can't wait for the season to be over already because I need to see what's gonna happen this summer. I want Ten Hag to stay. I hope he still stays. So only thing I can just hope for is that we just keep winning as many games as possible. Because the more games we win, the better chances that he stays. So
Yeah.
that's it. Yep.
All right, man.
Yep.
And that we'll leave it at that. We play Manchester. It's going to be Manchester United and Liverpool Football Club tomorrow for the FA Cup at Old Trafford. So,
Yep.
man, let's hope for miracles. Let's hope the guys are up for it. I would say maybe starting lineup would probably be no different than yesterday, right? Um, if Hoyland is if Hoyland is starting, I would imagine. Well, what's that starting? Like Rashford up top, Ganacho to the left, maybe.
It'll be a similar. That's if Hoyland doesn't start, it'll be a similar lineup. But Bruno will probably be on the right. I'm guessing Bruno will probably be on the right side. And then McTominay in the game. McTominay at 10 and Casemiro and Kobe. That's if Hoyland doesn't play. It'll be a similar lineup, I think, if Hoyland doesn't play. Yeah, he won't change much. But if Hoyland plays, then obviously Hoyland comes in for McTominay, and
sure.
Hoyland goes. Yeah, that's what I think.
Sure. McTominay would be the first person I take out of that starting lineup because he's been abysmal. Yeah. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for hitting up Soccer as We Like It, the Man United direction. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button below. Thank Bams, the controversial one, from joining us. My name is Joe, the man of the match, the hopeful, Mr. Soul Man, and cheers to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Glory, glory, Man United.
Man United. All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, man.